6:01 now. This morning, Napa, California cleaning up after the most powerful earthquake to hit Northern California in 25 years.
The area is now under a state of emergency after that magnitude 6.0 quake left hundreds without power or water. More than 200 people were injured. At least 2 are in critical condition. Napa Valley Unified Schools closed today, and about 1,300 families are without power. Now, we start our team coverage this morning with ABC's Taman Bradley in Napa.
Good morning. It was a violent quake. Take a look at what it did to these mobile homes. It woke people up. 20 seconds of absolute terror. People here tell us it is the worst quake they can remember.
The 6.0 earthquake Sunday morning hit in the heart of California's wine country. The strongest quake to hit Northern California in more than 20 years, it jolted thousands from their beds.
There was some explosions and it was burning, and everybody was out in the street.
The tremors were so powerful, they ruptured gas lines and sparked fires in this mobile home park. 4 homes were destroyed as firefighters struggled to put out the blaze.
We did have a major water main break just outside the mobile home park, and which really complicated the firefight.
The quake caused bricks to crumble off of historic downtown buildings and roads buckled. Business owners are still assessing the damage as aftershocks continue.
If this keeps up, the building's going to collapse.
Napa is best known as wine country. Bottles, some worth several $100s each, were tossed around in the quake. At least one winery managed to escape relatively unscathed, but their entire 2014 vintage is in these tanks, and without power soon, it could be a total loss.
We're going to try to get a generator. It will be nice to have power some point.
Governor Jerry Brown has declared a state of emergency as hundreds spent the night without power or water. Napa City officials say the impact here could have been so much worse.
About 70,000 people lost power. Some this morning are still without it, and the damage could top $1 billion. Live in Napa, California, Taman Bradley, ABC News. Now back to you.
Yeah, the damage in wine country is truly widespread. Take a look at this picture tweeted out showing barrels of wine collapsed off the shelves there. 10 News reporter Joe Little is in Napa, shows us how business owners will pick up the pieces today.
This is what a lot of the businesses are going to be dealing with today. Boarded up windows, closed shops as they clean up, hoping to get business back going in the next few days, but it's going to be a long haul, especially for a lot of these buildings.
Everywhere you looked in downtown Napa, it looked more Civil War than wine country.
There's a couple parts in town that are pretty messed up.
After the dust settled, everyone was talking about the earthquake that has shut down most of Napa. Andrew Baker sat watching, waiting for this building to fall. It never did.
I mean, they've been doing a lot of work rebuilding and kind of like upgrading the buildings, but
there's always a but.
I mean, it's one of those things that you don't expect. So
people walked around downtown.
The streets are pretty full right now. I don't know.
They're looking at buildings instead of going inside them. The massive stone blocks on the front of this wine bar were peeled away. The back of this 4-story building is gone, and the Hall of Justice has a gaping hole. A massive cleanup and rebuilding effort has already begun, but there's always a but. It could take weeks to complete. In Napa, Joe Little, 10 News.